Yo, 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 Twiztid here, so let's try this again. I made a video before this, but the damn phone took a shit. And I think this phone's on... It's kind of... Oh well, if it's crooked, I don't care. But yes, we're going to talk about how I was introduced to ICP, Twiztid, ABK, and Buzzy Did Homie, BOONDOX, and whatever else. But basically, mainly I'm mainly talking about ICP and Twiztid, you know. ICP, you know, as when I was a young kid, when I knew as a kid, I didn't even know who they were, you know. I just remember Mom saying, do not get CDs with the clowns on them. Which I saw these clown artwork, and I thought they were all badass. I felt like, you know, I want to get one of these records, you know. But then also Michigan, we used to go to Aunt Shelby's every year to Pontiac. Well, we used to go twice a year. We used to go once in spring, once in the fall, to Michigan and stay for the week. We only stayed for a day. And I don't understand. I'm still looking back. I don't understand how we stayed this for a day. We used to stay a day or two. But it's just unbelievable. Yeah. I don't know. I was in a van with my cousin Bobby, because I wanted to ride with my cousin Bobby and her son, my cousin Jason, and cousin Shiloh. And James might have been there too, but I don't think he was. But she told me, don't tell your mother about this music you're listening to. And then what I was listening to was Pinkie Pie by ICP. And as I got back home, and I was like, that was cool. But I always remembered the remaster. But I never listened to the records. But Ringmaster was the one that I remember because of the logo, the way the clown logo was. But that's my least favorite ICP record. Well, I mean, they're from their back in their day point. Even the Carnival Carnage is not one of my favorites. There's some songs in there I like, but not one of my favorite full-time records. So I ended up going to my friend's house at Jason Winters back in 5th or 6th grade. Probably either a 1 or a 2. And it was during my Jones Middle School era. And I ended up checking out his CD collection. And he had The Amazing Jackal Brothers by ICP. And I said, hey, can I borrow this? And I said, yeah, sure, man. It was Albert Hart. Shout out to Albert Hart. It was his copy that he gave it to him. And I tell you what, when I listen to Bitches and fucking, what else? Assassins. Jack Jackal, Jack Jackal, yeah, it's one more. I don't know who many souls. I'm mumbling. I don't remember all the lyrics, but that album, I just enjoy that album. I stab people, you know. I enjoyed that, and that was all. That's what started it. And I burned a copy of it. I remember I burned a CD copy. I knew this at a young age. Here I am, 10, 11 years old, burn a CD. Like, oh, this is what you have to do. You know, I knew how to do everything. I knew it. So, ICP fan, Juggalo, had the hatchet. So I basically, 102, when I got that album, that was when I started. I say a 1-ish, or 2, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think it was 02. It was during I think. So let's just say I was down, I didn't care, 02. Because, you know, that was before I got expelled and went to pool school. So, I mean, and then, I got into, right there, ICP, for 2 years. And I got, my first album, that legit album, wasn't a bootleg copy or a burnt copy, was The Wraith. And that was their next album. And that's not one of my favorite albums either, but then again, it means so much because I need to get that CD, because that's the very first CD I ever got, and I will not get the remixed albums. I don't like that album. I mean, like Hell's Pit, even Hell's Pit. What I was doing was I was going for each the newest, like, you know, Hell's Pit came out, and I put that CD on, and then I went. And when YouTube got more live, you know, and burnt CDs, and so then I got at Christmas. Remember, I got Graham Lincoln and Railbox for Christmas, and I had so many different albums. But ICP was great. I love ICP. Favorite song? It Rains Diamonds. It's on the Wraith. There's there's so many. Like Crop Circles from their EP. I don't know what EP it is. Crop Circle EP, or I forgot. It's one of their smaller EPs they did. There's so many. Hall of Illusions. You know, top 3 though. Hall of Illusions. It Rains Diamonds. And you can put Tilt a Whirl. But there's, then again, that's just top 3 off the top of my head right now. Twiztid, I got introduced going to wrestling school. Well, no, my Justice Middle School in 8th grade, 2004, I think. Went to, and that's when I was in wrestling, and my friend Brandon, my buddy Tito's friend Brandon Farron, shout out to him. He had CD collection. He was listening to a CD. And I was the wrestling manager. I tried to join the wrestling team, but I'm more about pro wrestling. I tried to do it. I tried to learn the takedowns. I wasn't into it. But I was the pro manager. I was there every show, every practice. Basically doing nothing but just, hey, come on, guys. Or working out with the guys. Actually, I was working out with them. Just carrying their shit. But he was there, and he had a CD player. And he said, yeah, well, listen to these guys, you know. And I looked, and it was these 2 white-looking boys with braids and stuff like that. Braids and dreads. Or something like that. I think it was, but it said Twiztid. And then the album cover down below said Most Tasteless, which was Twiztid's first ever CD. And that changed my world. Rock the Dead. But, you know, Rock the Dead. What songs were there? I know there's... I'll be looking at my Spotify. Let's see, Spotify. Twiztid. Where you at, Twiztid? Because they have so many... Also, they have so many good records. They are so adapting. And they kind of beat ICP's ass. This is my opinion. They're kind of beating ICP's ass with their new shit they've been putting out. Let's see. Where's Most Tasteless? It's not even on here? That's weird. The first album is not even on here. What the hell? Well, maybe I can find it on... That's just weird. I hate that shit. Most Tasteless. Let's see here, guys. Sorry. Oh, here it is, right here. Most Tasteless. Has it Rock the Dead? Spin the Bottle.
Man, fuck that shit, man.
Man, fuck that shit! Hold on real quick. What's it? Well, yeah, Most Tasteless, it's there. I can't believe Spotify don't have it. I was listening to some of their songs on YouTube. I didn't want to play it on this video to get a copyright violation or strike or whatever. But yeah, Twiztid here. But it changed more because I was listening to the record, and I was smoking or drinking, or I was a young kid, 8th grader, and I'm chilling, and then I hear this. I'm humming and sampling Renditions of Reality. I mean, it's such a great, it's just, that song, and then I listened to the version, I'm glad to have it on the Cryptic Collection on here, because I have that, but the Renditions of Reality is probably one of the best songs. That's on my top 10. I don't know if I think so hard, but that'd be my top 5 or 10 songs ever. I mean, that's one rap song I can play and just every time. It always means so much to me. Who the hell is this? Well, I'm not gonna be here. But yeah, Twiztid. That was Twiztid. ABK. You know, you follow through with the psychopathic chain. You know, and oh yeah. Besides Twiztid's point, I burnt that record. Most Tasteless. So. And I didn't really buy into the records. I downloaded MP3s mostly from them, some songs from them, until now I get Spotify. But ABK, you know, Anybody Killer. I bought one of his albums. I bought him Rare. Just bought him, like, you know, he's like ICP and them, you know. I bought that record. I bought ABK Dirty History, and, you know, the fucking song Charlie Brown is talking about fucking Reggie Hey there to be. Oh, Charlie Brown, please don't come around because your weed is too brown and it smells like the ground. But you're still my homie. But with that weed, you don't know me. So I mean, that song, Navajo Bitch, Stick and Move, Bombs on You. The intro is amazing. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite records, and I would love to have another copy of that. Dirty Retaliation with Twiztid, Stick and Move with Valiant J, Navajo, Shaggy 2 Dope. I mean, there's so many great classics in that. And then Blaze Your Dead Homie. I ordered his album. That's one thing that was cool about over there. You could order, you could order a fucking album at the damn place, and they would order it for you. You would come in like, hey, is this in? I want stuff. I ordered Cotton Grundy. Or was it at Cotton or what's it? Or Colton Grundy? Let's see here. I forgot, guys. I am so. This video is going to be so long. It's like 11 minutes. Colton Grundy. That album, Too Many Bitches. Too many bitches want to see this woman. I mean, riding. I love that song. Time Zone. I mean, that album I'm looking at right now. Let's see how many albums there were. He had some good stuff, Like Days in the Neighborhood. I love that. Like, oh God, I don't give a fuck. So I mean, yeah, Roll It Up, and I'm just that album great. And BOONDOX, and I'm gonna conclude with BOONDOX. I'm not giving a lot of information, or not giving the Blaze and ABK their recognition or anything. I'm just putting songs out. BOONDOX' album, fucking God, Crimson Creek, and I'm down on that shit because that's probably one of my favorite albums of all time, without a doubt. I mean, that album to me. And he's got some new stuff. But his newer stuff is not that great. But Crimson Creek, without a doubt, is one of the best albums. And it's the album. Well, when I'm about to tell you, you're like, "Whoa, that was really motivational." I listened to this fucking album, and I ended up dropping out the next day of high school. Those lyrics was like, feel like an outsider and shit, like death of a hater and all these shit. That was the critical point. I remember I was listening. It was in Mr. Ganeri's mall math class. I hate that class. My senior stint, talk about senior year for just a quick second, is that my senior stint, I was confused. I didn't really give a fuck. I had no paying attention. I wasn't even high that year. I mean, well, when I got out of school, yeah. But, shit. But BOONDOX, Death of a Hater, Outlaw. I mean, there's so Country Living or whatever. Country Life, Freak Bitch, Heathen, Cool World. That's one I hit. That's a fucking Path I Walk, Fear. I mean, there's so many good songs, and there's just unbelievable. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a little of my take on psychopathic stuff. If there's any feedback with these, I don't really give feedback, but if there's any feedback, we should talk about this or talk about your favorite albums or what are these or that. Hey, if people had feedback to them, I would love to answer back and say, okay, hell yeah. So if you guys are interested in me talking to me for like 13 minutes, boys, but but thank you again for watching Slam Unfiltered. I'm STS, and we'll see you again next time. Peace.